So the other thing we forgot to mention when we started is a lot of times when we're traveling on the road, it's very hard for us to put a track together start to finish. So what we'll do is we will come up with a bunch of different ideas or sounds, and then when we have time in our home studio, we'll figure out how we can piece all this stuff together. So the drop sound, for instance, you know, we kind of developed on the road and got back to Nick's studio, put the phrase together, and then we had to figure out a breakdown. So
it was pretty comical because Danny played me this 4-bar idea, and I'm like, is that a waltz? Like, I can't figure out what's happening rhythmically in this. I can't find the 4/4 downbeat on this. It feels 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Like, where are you going with this track? Are you making a waltz house record? Like, what's the deal with this thing?
So in that feel, it feels slow, but really what it is it's quarter note triplets. So I did see if this will help. So everyone feels this like da, 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 da. When you put these in, now you feel the regular 4/4 128. So what we tried to do was kind of juxtapose those two feels, and so at the beginning you don't really know kind of how you're supposed to dance to it, and slowly we introduced elements so that people slowly get along. So now this is a bit slower than what we have, but it's the same basic feel.
You know, a record that Tiesto would play. Feels good.
And then you add a couple more notes and you accent the 2 and 4 with a snare, and then suddenly it becomes da 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 da. But you feel the 2 completely differently. So it just really interested us kind of playing with that concept of the 3 versus 2 and the straight versus triplet feel. So once we had all of that together, because really the
I'll just play what the part ended up developing into, like that first the first 8 and the second 8.
We didn't really add any melodic ideas or anything to this part. It was really about DJ mixing and then straight energy building right up to the drop, get right into the track. So this is where you feel the 4/4 all of a sudden.
I think it's important to note too that that melodic idea from the top of the record comes back in over the drop. So it's not like we needed something that wasn't super ADD. We wanted it to be, you know, kind of this crazy dichotomy between the drop and the builds, but I think it's important to relate back the melodic idea somehow. So we introduced the original synth triplet idea back into the drop there.
Right, because what we will do is a lot of times we come up with way too many ideas and we try to fit them all together. And maybe idea A works with idea B works with idea C, A doesn't really work with C. So once we have all these parts, that's when we get into the arrangement process, try to figure out which combinations sound the coolest.